Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim Mod 5 video. You join us from Redruth in 47484 as we continue our trek down to Penzance. So we're just about finished boarding here at Redruth. Let's get the doors shut. We're about 7 minutes late. The timetable on here is not nice. And we've got about 3.5 miles to Camborne, so let's get that off slowly. As we've got a bit of a hill start here. Fortunately, it's a fairly dry day, so we shouldn't hopefully get any wheel slip. Come on, train. Roll forward. There we go. And yeah, in the Athena class 47 from the ECML diesel rail tours pack. Sort of fits in the best down here, as this is actually the Great Western region, and this being a Great Western 47, as you can see by the little plaque here, Great Western Railway. So yeah, sort of makes the most sense to have it on this route. So I thought, let's do it. One of the rare times we actually drive West Cornwall local. As you probably possibly saw from the first part, if you haven't seen the first part, do check it out. It's one of those routes where it just feels long. Which I mean isn't a bad thing, but it feels like mentally long. Like it just seems to go on forever and ever, which, yeah, isn't really great. I don't know, there's something about it. Just for me, it personally feels like, even though it's about, what, I think this was 57 minutes this one's time to be, but it'll feel like 2-3 hours. Like, I don't know, it feels like a really long journey, but like in like not a good way. Yeah, it's not quite my cup of tea, this route. Let's get a yeah, so about 3.5 miles to Camborne. Okay. Oh. No, hang on. Go up. There we are. There we are. Maybe not. Let's just do it again. That's pretty wasteful. So there we go. Yeah, it's a funny service though, because even though we're like an express train down from London, we seem to stop at most stops on here. The only one we don't stop at is Hell. And we stop at like, all of the other ones. Like Camborne, I'm not really too sure why we have to stop there. Redruth, I think, seems like a slightly more substantial place. And we stop at St Erth, which I assume is probably more for the St Ives connection. Yeah, it's a funny service. And at Camborne, if the stop markers are past the platform again, we'll go past the platform. That's what we did at Redruth. The stop markers were actually beyond the platform limit. So we'll do that again. So it should be about another sort of 35-40 minutes down to Penzance. The stations are much closer together now. This bit, literally, it's just that bit from Truro up to Redruth, that bit's like and then to be honest, Truro to St Austell, most of that's like but once you get sort of, yeah, past Redruth towards Penzance, it starts going a bit quicker. Too far to Camborne now. It's only 3.5 miles. Which doesn't take too long at this speed. Yeah, Camborne, St Erth, and Penzance. So we skip out Hell. So we get a bit of a gap between these ones. Yeah, there it is, just up there, I think. Just bring the speed down, just in case it is coming up. I know it's at like the top of it, it's like on the crest of the hill, Camborne station. So it's a bit of a tricky one to stop at as well, considering it is sort of on the top of the hill. Coming up to it. There it is there. Right, let's put the brakes on a bit more. Going to be quite careful into this one. Again, see if there's any stop markers past the platform as well. I hadn't told, that was only 6 minutes. So again, this bit feels quicker once you get past Redruth. Cool. And I think, yeah, we do, it does look like we go beyond the platform here. So we'll look for basically the 9 coach marker. That's what we're going to aim for. Yeah, the 9 coach marker. What's it start at? What's that on there? There's a 7, so I think this is the first one past the platform. 7, 8, and then 9. So not, well, that literally is at the end of the platform. So just up while the platform ramp goes off. Oh, hello. That's not good. Stop. Oh, a little bit of slide there. Here we are. This is Camborne. So do we actually fit in there? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Well, obviously that last door there, but we're on the marker, so cool. And after this is St Erth, which is apparently only 10 minutes from here. Be nice seeing this bit along the well, it'd be nice seeing this train along the seafront once we get a bit closer to Penzance. 7 miles. Oh yeah, I should reset that to that. Right, let's go. So as you can see, we are now there. St Erth is there. That's where we're on the map. Full throttle. Probably a bit unhealthy for the train. Off we go. Yeah, we're quite a long train for Penzance. Again, that's where the stop markers on this route are literally the sort of, well, almost the modern day East Coastway ones, or modern day Southern region ones. That are being replaced now, but it's a funny one, this route. Lovely, down we go. And I think there's also an abandoned station on this bit as well. And our marker for St Erth is really going through hell. Once we go through there, it's like just up the hill and then you're at St Erth. They're quite close to one another. Cool. There it is, 60. Lovely. let it coast for a bit. It's very up down this route. It's a very yeah, very hilly route. In fact, let's get another little photo. Well, that's not a bad one actually. Zoom in a bit on that, a bit of rotation, and down just a bit. Tidy it up a little bit. Yeah, maybe want that on this side really. Get one like that. Oh, then we get one like that. There it goes. Cool. Hang on. Have we got 10 coaches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we got 9. Right, including the loco, so sort of 10, but 9. Warning for a 50. So I think it's through the sort of the abandoned stop, which is on this corner. Oh hello, you've got the steam rail tour there. It's actually one of the DLCs for this route, is steam rail tours. Christmassy one. Yeah, it's one of the light up ones, I think. There you go, off that goes. There's the 50, and I think there is the platform, well, the barriers that you just got there. There it is over there. And on we go. Right the way around it goes. She's sort of following the top of the hill at the moment. 65. Again, it's not like a slow route, this one. Like speed wise, it is. Yeah, it's not slow, but it's not fast. Like 65 miles an hour is sort of, well, 60 miles an hour sort of the average. Then because of all the gradients, a lot of the time you won't hit that speed. Wait till you see the gradient from St Austell though. St Erth, it literally goes out the station and just up like that. And then after that, all downhill down to Penzance. And I suppose St Erth is sort of where that hill, where the hills are over there, I'd say. Sort of where it is. So we sort of go down into hell and then sort of up after. Sort of where we're heading over there. Up and over those hills, and then we're Penzance. Right down. Cool. Down to either 40 or 45. In fact, oh no, it's a 60. I was going to say already. I'll make sure we're down for the 60, which we are pretty much already. So we're coming down to sort of the estuary now, and that's where hell is. As on this route you do get the branch line to St Ives, which goes off at St Erth. Sort of the river sort of goes up from hell and then out. Oh no, 60. As we make our way down. Good thing is we don't have to worry about stopping at hill. Well, we still need to worry about the speed limit coming into it, which is 40 or 45. One of the two. But yeah, I'll probably try and run this train maybe on Northern Transpennine next, although I might just do that in maybe the 45, which does actually come with the ECML Rail Tours pack. So we'll see. Yeah, hopefully that'll be maybe one of the next. I want to do Northern Transpennine soon, because you haven't done that route fully in a while. So doing that in a 45 would be lovely. This train, maybe, well, I don't know when we'll next do this one. Specifically 47484. We'll see it around. This is sort of the main thing I wanted to do with it, was well run it on here, as this is the Great Western region. It's the sort of the weird thing about this train as a DLC is the fact it's the DLC for the East Coast Main Line, which it did spend a fair amount of time up, Doncaster way, but it would have, I suppose, made more sense, say, being a DLC for this route, as this is Great Western. So it's a bit of a funny one. It probably does fit onto this route the best, though. Well, so it's not that fast, St Erth. Speed goes back up to 75, so pretty quick. Yeah, up the hill to St Erth. Further along. Yeah, you've got the St Ives branch, which I don't think you probably could see it in real life, but in the game you can't see it over there. That goes down. Well, you've got a light engine there. What's going on there? Yeah, it goes down to sort of Lelant Salting as Carbis Bay, and then, well, St Ives. Look how steep it is up here, though. Very steep. Now approaching St Erth. Again, look at the coaches all the way up there, and we've got climbing all the way up here. Really, really steep. You wouldn't want to get stuck on this hill. We probably wouldn't be able to get going again. Look at the carriage side and so the gradient difference. Mad. Yeah, that's where the St Ives branch goes off. You guys see cows there. So all that weight comes up the hill. Not too worried about the way we're coming in slow. I think we might go down past the end here as well. So yeah, we're sort of aiming for the 9 coach marker. Yeah, it is past the platform, as the signal allows it. Yeah, so we're aiming for the 9 again. I'll try to. The 8. I can feel the weight sort of tugging behind. It's like, no, stop. A bit further. A little bit further. I can proper feel it. It's like, no. And yeah, that will do. Right, wipe the brakes on. Open the doors. Yes, this is St Erth. Again, this way you can change for the St Ives branch. We're now 10 minutes late apparently. And after this it's the final stop down to Penzance. It's a 1 in 61 gradient currently, so in fact probably will need the driver's brake on as well. Let's try and stop us rolling back. now we've got to try and get out of it. So we'll get that brake off first. Oh, that was a bit of a tug there, a little bit of wheel slip. We are away. That would feel like quite a bit. And off we go. 447, 484. So we put all of that weight up the gradient. Doing it. I think the Sloco's a he. So as most trains, you sort of go G. Same with like boats and stuff. It's like most of them are feminine, but I think this train is a he because it isn't barred. Kingdom Brunel. So he's pulling all that weight up nicely. Very steep gradient. Yeah, so we sort of fly down here, follow the coastline along for a bit, and then that's Penzance. We've done it. So as we've sort of done the first part of the journey from Paddington down to Reading on the Diesel Legends, and now this bit, sort of the last bit. Which we have covered the middle bit, but not in the 47. Yeah, we have done St Austell through to Reading, but on Train Sim Classic as part of the fairly recent ambassador journey where we went from Penzance all the way up to Inverness. Worth checking that out if you haven't seen that. Yeah, our speed should rapidly increase now. Now we're on the downhill. It is pretty quickly increasing. So 75 will come down. Yeah, once it joins up. Basically, once we're on the coast, it'll pop down. Hope we get a warning board for it. Does feel nice going downhill though. I'm trying to think if we actually get a yellow along here. I think the last time I came along we had a yellow. We had to put the brakes on quite quickly for the signal, basically because it goes back to single track. I think it's Black Rock it's called. Is it Black Rock? Which is at the train maintenance depot. Or Long Rock. Black Rock or Long Rock, something like that. A little bit of breakage to sort of keep us as we are. Make it quite nice at the moment. Yeah, here we are, that single yellow, which is pretty nasty on here because it's quite steep. Quite a steep gradient, so I'm going to get the loco brake on as well. So both brakes working in tandem, which is bringing us down quite quickly. That's brought us down really nicely actually. Considering we're on the downhill gradient, that's here brought us down really well. Not even too much. So as we're running late, we might have to wait for another train to make its way along first. Just hope we haven't lost our slot into Penzance. There's the coast, and well, it's basically Penzance straight ahead. Sort of follow it round. Again, potentially got the red light coming up, although I think it may be, was it an objective marker? I think that might have been an objective marker, so it might be a case of having to slow down, hit the objective, then it will change. But again, we'll see. Here it is coming up now. So we'll find out. Yeah, I think they also go via... Ah, that's quite annoying, that is. There you go, up to 50 again now. Sort of slows you down on purpose. I was saying in the last video, what's exciting about Penzance, apart from Land's End? Because I suppose that's why people go there, is really just to go to Land's End to say, I've been to Land's End. But what is there in Penzance? Any sort of locals or anyone who's been there quite a bit, if I go to Penzance, what do I do? Apart from go to Land's End. I suppose, is it really a popular domestic tourist location anymore? I don't know. Maybe that's that. Shouldn't have to apply power now for the rest of it. I think it's 15 miles an hour coming into Penzance. We did it, we made it. Up to 7 seal, there's not really much point of speeding up. Yeah, this is either Long Rock or Black Rock. I think it might be Long Rock. Long Rock TMD. Let's quickly change that field of view a bit. Lovely. Actually, we can just look on the map, can't we? Tell us. Long Rock, that's the one, yeah, Long Rock. Oh, Black Rock, no, I think that Black Rock is on the Volks Railway, which is in Brighton. I think that's Black Rock. Yeah, Long Rock here, Black Rock there. 15 miles an hour warning board, which is coming into Penzance, but we sort of want to be going that speed anyway, as it's a terminus station with buffers. Furthest west you can go on the rail network, or furthest southwest. Slowly coming down for the 15. See the station, just about to see the station roof. Let's sort of curl around into it. A little bit of power actually needed here. Cool. Here we are, this is, yeah, Penzance. Journey's end after that. Well, if you watch both parts, about an hour, 10 minutes from St Austell. This probably then goes basically straight back out. I'll probably quickly back out as we're running a bit late. But it's hard to stick to the timetable on this route, as I think most of it, or at least with these ones, it's sort of auto-generated. So it's more as if, you know, AI, where they go full throttle, full brake. So it's quite hard to stick to. A bit like the East Coastway 313 timetable, that's quite a difficult one to stick to. So I think it's more just sort of AI, auto-generated. So we're coming across as well. One more shot. far side. Here we are. Right over. There's a little 150 in there. Penzance signal box. So just rolling in slowly. That probably 08 will start coming and shunting us in a second. Once we sort of triggered the instruction. Quite cool actually, the little 08 services on here, sort of just shunting the coaches backwards and forth. A few little bits you can do in it. But that's West Cornwall local done. We hardly ever visit this route. But so yeah, a good excuse to come onto it. That's the loco brake just to sort of ease us into the train shed. Try not to hit the buffers at this late stage. Probably have people sort of getting off already. That's about slam door, so you could. There we go, the Athena 47 has made it. Cool, well, that is going to be everybody for today's Train Sim World 5 video. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. That was a bit of running the Athena Class 47 from, well, across two parts, St Austell to Penzance. Links to usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure boards. Do go and check it out. Apart from that, see you all and take care. Bye guys.